Okay. Hopefully we are showing up live. Hi, everybody. We had a brief hiatus, partially due to the, storms and things like that. But we're back. It's only been like 2 weeks, I think, since the last hangout we did. Luckily, Donald is safe and was not, there were some issues with the hurricane, but luckily it was not as bad as we were fearing. So, Donald, if you want to say anything.
Hello, everybody. Yep, I'm alive and well. I did have to relocate. I'm living with my parents for the moment until I can safely get back to my place. Apparently, the roads aren't very safe. Some of them are impassable, and some of them are caving in as vehicles drive over. So I don't know how long I'll be here, but I am alive and well.
Yay!
Yay! A for living. All right.
Yay!
I'm going to turn over to Justine. She can do her little intro, and then we are going to discuss a lot of things today, or at least we're going to try to discuss a lot of things today. Justine, you got anything you want to add to our intro?
No, just that we are, like we teased about a couple of weeks ago, that we have this system of ways for people to start for free and earn crypto. We're going to do that full presentation. I'm also going to do a couple of quick updates on some other things that are going on. There's definitely some good news for the team and some other new programs that I've been testing out, and wanted to talk to you guys quickly about that afterwards. But if you want to get started with the presentation, Donald, feel free to do that whenever.
All right, let's hope the screen share function works.
Yes.
All right. As you can see, you should be able to see in front of you, start from 0 Bitcoin and learn lots of Bitcoin for free. It's not just Bitcoin, but it applies to all the big cryptocurrencies: Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Dashcoin, and Dogecoin. This is a little page I made that shows the system, and it's basically real simple. Everyone knows about the faucets. You start with the free faucets and start earning you a little bit of Bitcoin. What you want to do is work yourself up to the point where you can take out $5, give or take, your transaction fees and whatnot, so you can start buying ad packs over at Scarlet Clicks. Because over there at Scarlet Clicks, they only cost $5 to buy an ad pack, and it just so happens that the minimum deposit is $5 in Litecoin. So it'd be best if, when you take your money out of your faucets, if it's in the coin pot or whatever, convert it to Litecoin, move it out to your wallet, your preferred wallet. I got Coinbase, I got Jax, and I got a couple other ones. So I just ship it out to that, and then deposit it into Scarlet Clicks and start buying ad packs. And then over there at Scarlet Clicks, all you want to do is go in there and surf 4 ads a day. And at the same time, as you're building up, then you want to work your way up to maybe getting $10 into Optimal Bucks. Now, Optimal Bucks is pretty much the same as Scarlet Clicks. There are some slight differences, and that one right there is the one that I'm kind of concentrating on. As you can see here in my back office, if I was to look at my ad packs overview, the most you can have is 5,000 ad packs if you're at the maximum level. And right now, I can still have 4,881 to buy. So that puts me at 119 ad packs. One thing you're going to want to take into consideration, because this is not advertised on their site, but it's a good thing we got people like Justine who do a lot of research. The website says you will earn 0.05% a day. However, if you go up in the various levels, the maximum level, you will earn 1% a day, as it shows here that my current grow is 1%. And then, of course, you can see all my ad packs there I got. But that's just as simple. You go in there and you click 4 ads a day. Or if you're like me and lazy, I just buy the little option where it says I don't have to click. I'm on permanent vacation mode, which in this particular case, since I am living with my parents and don't know when I'll get home and don't know when I'll have computer access, yeah, it's a good thing for me to do. So that's what I've been doing there. But essentially, yeah, you're taking your free money from your faucets, rolling it over into these ad packs, clicking a couple ads a day, and earning money fairly passively. I mean, you still got to click your ads, but it's not like you have to go out and recruit a bunch of people, although recruiting does help. There are some slight differences between Scarlet Clicks and Optimal Bucks, and we'll go over that in a later broadcast because that in and of itself will probably be an hour-long presentation. But then, yeah, as you go along, I also added on, when you get to $2 level, you really want to try to, get a little more money in faster, join the $2 wave, use that as like a practice to try to sponsor people because it's only $2, one-time fee. And then I have another revenue share, Future Ad Pro here as well. And there's a dozen other revenue shares out there that I'm looking at, but I don't want to spread myself too thin. So right now I'm concentrating on these three. And I believe Justine has a similar page where she does a similar thing, except she's changed out a couple of her last programs. You want to go over that, Justine?
Yeah. If you want to stop your screen share, I'll pop on.
Oh, I'll stop my screen share then. Boop. There we go.
And one thing I do want to mention about Scarlet Clicks is that they've been online and paying since 2009. So it's not like they're just this random company that we just saw. They've been on, it's like 9 years, going on 10 years at this point. So they're a solid company, and they have stated that they're not, this isn't a Ponzi situation, that they're using the ad pack purchases to do improvements on the site, to invest in mining equipment and other things like that. So, obviously we only know what the company representatives say, but that is a statement that they have made, that, it's not like a typical rev share where, it's requiring, they're not paying out the ad packs with ad pack money. So it's just something else to kind of keep in mind. This is a trusted company. Obviously, if they've been online and paying for 9 years, they're doing something right. I just wanted to say that really quickly, just to let you guys know.
And
Optimal Box is a branch of them. Optimal Box is
owned by the same people.
It's a sister company. It's the same, the same owner owns them. They own one other website, and I might add that to my list as well. But I think starting off with those two is great, and they both have different benefits. The Scarlet Clicks, you get more advertising for your ad packs, but you can purchase less ad packs at the free level. In Optimal Box, you can purchase quite a few ad packs at the free level. It's 100, which is a lot, and but the advertising is a little different. They all have like their pros and cons. That's why using both of them together is great. You also get advertising credits, so that you can advertise other companies. Now I've done. I'm going to talk about Sure Ads really quickly. This is my page. This is basically the same thing that Donald has, only I have different programs at the end because, well, sometimes we're involved in different things, and that's fine. There's no problem with that. Sure Ads is something that I really like. It's also another free program. You can join for free. You can, if you click every day for 10 days, you can actually earn your upgrade, and you can earn matrix positions and other benefits and things like that. I'm not going to go into too many details about Sure Ads because I already have a video on there, and I've made another video on it as well. But this is definitely one of the ones that I'm using because I've tested it out, and I've created some banners for Sure Ads, and I tested them on Optimal Box and Scarlet Clicks, and I'm getting signups. So I'm not only am I earning from my ad pack revenue, I am earning because I'm using the advertisement that you get from those ad packs, and I'm getting referrals into Sure Ads. It's the only place right now that I'm advertising Sure Ads. That's going to change in basically as soon as I end this broadcast, I'm going to start putting out other advertisements for it. But I've received like 13 or so signups. A couple of them came from my videos, but a lot of those signups came from Optimal Box and Scarlet Clicks by using the banner ad credits, the login ad credits, and the pay to click credits that I get from purchasing the ad pack. So there's a lot of value here, guys. But I do like Sure Ads, especially for this free, because you can start for free and you can earn for free. And it's something that you can also, in the future, decide to upgrade to other levels of packages. And with Sure Ads, it's advertising. I've used Sure Ads advertising. I've tested it out. I actually got a sign up for People Helping People with Sure Ads, and that's a $50 program. So that's pretty good. I consider that to be very successful. I've also tested it with a couple of other programs as well. So the advertising is a great value at Sure Ads, in addition to earning matrix commissions and referral commissions if that's what you decide to do. And my fourth my fourth little program here, I put is, instead of using the rev share that Donald has, I just use People Helping People. Because once you start earning those commissions, once you start getting ad packs and you start earning those commissions from those ad packs and also from the faucets and from other free cryptocurrency sources, then you can earn your your $50 entry into People Helping People, which is a one-time fee. It's you don't have to pay it again. You pay it one time, you're in it, and you're good to go. And keep in mind, guys, that this is all starting for free. Now, if you are somebody who maybe you have a little bit of crypto, maybe you don't want to use the faucets every day and things like that, you can decide to put in some of your crypto into any of these programs if that's your choice. Obviously, I'm not giving you a financial advice, but if you want to speed things up, you could do that, or you can start 100% for free. If you have absolutely nothing in your, if you're brand new to crypto, or if you have no crypto, if you have nothing, you can do this system the way we've outlined it and start for free and leverage that into not only residual income, but also residual advertising, because every time you purchase something from these companies, you're purchasing advertisement. So you can advertise Optimal Bucks on Scarlet Clicks, or you can advertise, Sure Ads on Optimal Bucks, and you can advertise Scarlet Clicks and Optimal Bucks on Sure Ads. Like these are all programs that are synergistically working together. And these are things that Donald and I have tested, and that we're doing this ourselves. So, we're not just telling you, hey, do this, and we're going to sit back and earn the commissions. No, we're doing this ourselves. We started by doing this. Obviously Donald has a lot of ad packs, and he put in more than what he earned from his faucets, but he started with like money that he's generating from other programs and things like that. So you can do this if you're willing to work. And I know that as a free member, as somebody who's starting from zero, it is going to take you a while to build up your funds. There's nothing really we can do about that, but we're going to try to help you guys, as much as we can. People starting with nothing and then eventually earning a lot more. Hopefully this is going to help you guys. I think this is great. I think this is a really great system we have here. I really like that anybody can do this. Doesn't matter what country you're in, doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter what your situation is. If you have access to the internet, then you can do this, and you just follow these instructions. And maybe it'll take you a few months to get to where you're really starting to earn. One of the great features about Optimal Bucks itself is that it's easier to sort of repurchase and to compound your earnings than it is with Scarlet Clicks. We don't need to get into necessarily all of those details with this particular hangout. Like Donald said, going through both of those back offices is in itself another presentation. But feel free to look at it yourself and decide what it is that you would like to do. Now, like I said, I personally like the advertising that you get from Scarlet Clicks, but I also really like the ease of repurchasing and purchasing with your balance that you get at Optimal Bucks. So there's they both have benefits.
You actually have to withdraw the money to your wallet and then go back and buy ad packs. But within Optimal Bucks, you can actually add funds, and you can add it from your account balance, from your ad pack earnings. The only earnings you can add in Scarlet Clicks within itself is your referral clicks. So yeah, that's one of the little differences. But that's why I focus a lot on Optimal Bucks anyway, because I don't like waiting 2 or 3 days or however long it takes for them to pay me to buy another ad pack. Matter of fact, when I got to my parents' house after the hurricane, one of the first thing I did was log into Coinpressions. I had $60 there. I whipped it over, to my wallet, which he paid pretty much immediately. Then I went over and bought more, used that money to buy ad packs. And then I looked up there at my little account balance. I had enough money sitting in my account balance to buy another pack. So I just add funds, transferred it over, bought another ad pack. It was that quick and easy, like 2 minutes of me just sitting here. And most of that time was waiting for my mom's computer to do its thing because it's running kind of slow. I'm surprised I haven't been kicked off this hangout yet, but we're going to stay here with you folks as long as we can. All right, back to you.
Yeah, so each of these has different features and different different pros and cons. So feel free to sign up for them both, check them both out, and see which one you want to go with first. Like if you want to build up optimal bucks first and then go to Scarlet Clicks, then that's that's your choice. I'm building them both simultaneously. I am putting a little bit of emphasis on optimal bucks, but that's going to change because I've tested the advertising at Scarlet Clicks and it's a really good value. So I'm actually going to be I already purchased another ad pack today, and I'm going to be purchasing other ad packs as well very soon at Scarlet Clicks, and then I'm going to upgrade so that I can purchase more, because I'm just getting so much of a value from the advertisement that it's kind of worth and it is a little bit, it's a pain in the ass to have to withdraw your earnings just to redeposit them back in. I'm being honest with you, I don't really like that either. I think like I said, it's a pain in the ass, but it's something that I'm willing to deal with. I can wait a few days for my payment and then just, resubmit it that way. What I'm basically doing is I'm going to be using a lot of my Optimal Box earnings, since I have more ad packs at Optimal Box, and putting them into Scarlet Clicks, for upgrades and for other packs and things like that. But figure out what strategy and what works for you. Some people might like Scarlet Clicks at first because it's cheaper, because you only need to start. It's all, there's pros and cons with everything. I use both of them and I like both of them. They have different features, and that's fine. I think it's a script issue, really. I think that's the reason why you have to withdraw with Scarlet Clicks and not with Optimal Bucks, because Optimal Bucks is a newer website, so it's a different, it just has different functions. But that's just something that you decide for yourself. Figure out what your priorities are and what you want to do. I personally recommend that you do both. Just do both of them, and deal with a little bit of a hassle with the Scarlet Clicks. But I like I said, I'm going to start putting more funds into Scarlet Clicks just because the advertising is so effective, and I'm getting referrals and referral commissions from the advertising, and it's worth it to me. But I do love Optimal Bucks and the fact that free members can have 100 packs. That's huge. That is a lot. That's great. And the ease of repurchasing through Optimal Bucks is definitely a definitely a plus. Well, that's basically it for the free the free to crypto, or however we're wording it. I just have it, pretty much, I've used a lot of some of the wording from Donald's site, and I changed it around a little bit. Still kind of working on this. I might put this on like a different type of platform or something, like a different site, but this right now is my page, and I'm going to start promoting it, and hopefully you guys will get some value from this. I'm going to stop screen sharing now, just for a bit. Let's see if there's any. No, there's no questions in the room. All right, so, whew, that was like, that was a lot of stuff.
Good job.
Yay! That was a lot of stuff. Let's move on to, let's actually, Coinpressions. I know we don't have it listed, but let's talk about Coinpressions. Coinpressions 2. They keep changing things around, which is kind of annoying. Like, it's nothing against them, but like, I'm always honest. Like, yeah, it's a real, it's another pain in the ass thing that we have to deal with, because they keep changing things around, and these changes aren't necessarily positive or negative. They're changes. And for we were doing a system where we were purchasing signups for our team. That is no longer profitable for us to do. that doesn't mean that Coinpressions 2 is no longer profitable. It just means that it's no longer profitable for us to do that particular strategy that we were doing. And we both knew that this was going to be a temporary thing. We weren't thinking that we were going to be able to do this forever. So it was, and like Donald said, it was great while it lasted, and that's true. Yep. We did receive a lot, and we learned what works and what doesn't. Coinpressions 2, they made it a little bit easier for people to earn from free members. Now you don't have to upgrade into all levels. You can just have one upgraded position to earn commissions, and they're giving you 10 cents per free referral that you have. But they have changed the way that it works. So we're no longer able to purchase signups for our members, at least at the rate that we were. But that doesn't mean that it's a bad program. It doesn't mean that we're abandoning the program. We're going to have to make adjustments. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what the best way to go about it is. Probably the best way to go about it is just to have people promote their own referral links and get the free, you get 10 cents per free referral. If your referrals decide to upgrade, then you make different commissions and things like that. Donald, what do you have to say about that?
Well, actually, I was going to leave that in your ballpark only because, like I said, he's made these changes during my hurricane evacuation, so I haven't been able to go in depth into making up a new strategy. But you can bet once I do get back to my house and things get somewhat back normal, I will come up with another strategy. I got one pounding in my head right now, but I'm going to wait and test it first before I bring it to light. But yeah, Coinpressions is still a good program. We got, the owner is open and honest. He pays, like I said, when I got here, because of the strategy we were doing, I got like $60 in like 4 days. I just took that $60 out and bought me some ad packs over at Optimal Bucks. Leveraged my money, leveraged my earnings. I got $60 worth of advertising. And it's a little bit of advanced tip. I don't expect too many people to follow this, but if you have a little bit of knowledge, you can create either your own website or your own blogger site. They've got that little code that you can put on that page that every time your page is shown, that little Coinpression ad will show up and you will earn free banner and text ads on the Coinpression site. So as I'm sending traffic to my web page with that on there, I don't know if you saw it or not, but right there at the top was a Coinpressions ad. Every time that ad got shown, I can go now log into Coinpressions, and for every hit that was sent to my website, I got X amount of free banner credits and X amount of free text ad credits to use over at Coinpressions. So it's like more additional advertising in addition to the advertising I already purchased. I basically compounded my advertising. And we got a visitor from Russia. Hello from Russia. Well, hello.
Hi back there. That's one of my my Sure Ads downline members, I believe. Yeah, I think that's you. Hello, welcome. Hopefully everything's working well for you. I'm not even going to attempt to say your name, but I'll just say welcome B. How's that? that's probably not even correct in your language, but welcome. Good to see you here. Yeah, like we said, there's nothing wrong with Coinpressions. They're changing things, and whenever companies change things, you have a couple of options. You can adjust to the changes, and you can figure out, okay, what's the new strategy to do. I'm still kind of working on that myself because it's just been really busy lately. Like life has just been really super busy. And I wasn't expecting this, so it's going to take a couple more days for me to figure it out. I think something maybe even just going back to like the team build that we had going might be the best thing in this situation, just because of the way that it works. I don't know if you know, Donald, but with the Coinpressions too, the free matrix position doesn't feed into the other matrices. So yeah, so that makes it tricky, but it doesn't make it impossible, and like I said, when companies change things, you have a couple of options. You can adjust to the changes, or you can choose that the changes are not in alignment with what you want, and you can choose to do something else. Now obviously I don't, this is not something This is not a bad change. It's just something that they had to do for their business, and we'll figure something out, guys. And if you guys have any suggestions or anything that you would like to see, please feel free to let us know, because Donald and I will find a strategy and find something that's working, especially since our old strategy worked so well that now we have a lot of people that are into the second and the third levels, and they're able to make commissions even off free members. So we'll figure something out. We just need a little time to do that because we got so many other things going on. What else do we want to talk about? I'm going to do a little teaser because I can't share. I don't like doing this. I know that some people do this for marketing reasons. Like they'll be like, "Oh, I've got an announcement to make in 3 weeks or whatever." I don't like not being able to tell you guys stuff, but I if I give somebody my word that I'm not going to share information, then I don't share it until it's appropriate to do so. But there are some great things going on for those of you that are involved in the Vitae token, either through the Discord channel or you're going to join the social network when it launches, and also people that are involved in Mingle Cash. And I know that people have sort of a love-hate relationship with it, but I'm just going to say those two companies are working together, and they're working together in a way that's really beneficial to the members. It's really all I can disclose right now. But there are some great things that are happening with that. I'm super excited, guys. I really wish I could tell you. I really wish I could be like, oh my God, this is what's going on. But I can't because some things haven't been finalized, and I haven't had the okay to to disclose some things publicly. But it's going to be great. What I am going to start doing is I'm going to start making a list of people that are interested in joining the Vitae social website. Now, it's a social website, it's a social earning site. They haven't launched it. They're going to launch it in December 26th of this year, so it's about 3 months away. But what I am doing right now is I'm compiling a list of people that are interested in joining. Now, depending on what other information is released, I may do sort of a mini team build or a pre-build or something where I'll get a few people on the list. I'll place them under other people on the list or something like that. It may not be necessary because I know that there is a spillover aspect to this, so all that stuff may not be necessary. But if you're interested in joining, get in contact with me and I'll put you on the list. And then once it gets closer to launching, we'll figure out what we're going to do there. I definitely want to help people as much as I can with this, because it's something that is really great. And like I said, anybody can join it for free. There is an upgrade option, which most people are probably not going to do right out the gate, but there's also an option for you to earn your upgrade within that system as well, which I think is super awesome, because the whole point of it is to help empower people that don't have a lot of financial resources to have the ability to earn through that system. And also another cool thing about the Vitae social site itself, it's going to have the ability for you to exchange your coin between the Vitae token and Bitcoin directly on the site, which makes things easier for people, because I know a lot of people struggle with using cryptocurrency exchanges. But they'll have that ability right on the website to be able to exchange your coins. So that's really great too. What else should we talk about, Donald? What else haven't I covered, I should say?
I don't know. Maybe I should go back and read your previous emails to me. We had a lot of subjects on that email, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, some of that is not public knowledge, though.
Yeah, I know.
So don't read too much of that email. And it's not, it's nothing against you guys. It's just, it really is I pride myself in keeping my word. So if I say I'm not going to release something publicly, I don't release it publicly. And I haven't even told Donald everything, because I value that, that relationship with the people that I have, that I'm not going to just tell everybody everything without getting permission to do so, because that can cause all kinds of problems. And I try to be as trustworthy as I can, but really I really wish I could tell you guys this, because this is just like well, yeah, it's just it's crazy. It's It's really amazing. Actually, I'm super, super excited. And the Vitae token itself is just, it's gone up significantly in the past couple of weeks. And I have a little bit of information that it's probably going to go up significantly in the next couple of weeks as well. They have some things planned in October that will probably drive the price up. And also they are participating in the Blockchain Expo in California on late November, which that itself will also get some action there. So I definitely recommend, if you guys are interested in Vitae, that you get your coins now, because they're gonna go up so much in value. And if you can't afford to get any coins, then join Mingle Cash, because Mingle Cash will pay you out in the Vitae tokens, and you can earn some small amounts of the tokens for free by watching their videos and playing the games and things like that. And you don't actually have to play the games; you just have to watch the ads. Really, Donald, is there anything? I feel like I'm missing something.
I think that's why I decided to go back and look at the email. Let's see. Is there anything we want to add about people helping people? We know there's.
Oh yeah, I can do a quick update on what's going on there. It's been, and we're always honest, it's been frustrating. Like, I was really hoping that they were going to have their marketing system in place by now. They haven't, but they have given us an explanation. Basically, what happened is a few weeks ago, almost a month ago, their programmer's spouse was very ill, and ill to the point that this person was having to visit their spouse in this person was hospitalized. So that obviously took a lot of attention away, and they were not able to complete the programming. So what they had to do is they had to hire another programmer, and it took them a while to get sort of up to speed, to get this thing running smoothly. They have made progress, and unfortunately, they had a call last night that they were going to give a more specific update, but I missed that call. I can't be on everything, guys. I do my best, but I can't be everywhere at once. But the last I heard from them a couple of days ago was that the holding tank website, which that is the marketing website, that's where the leads are going into, that itself is ready and functional. They are still working on issues with the compression. Basically, it's difficult for them to take out so many people at once, because what they're doing is they're loading in leads. They're loading in like 300,000 to 500,000 leads. They're placing them temporarily in positions, and for those that decide to opt out, they have to take those out, and that causes compression, because that causes holes. So what they have to do to fill those holes, they have to compress everything and move everything up and down. Like compression, like they have to squeeze it all together, and that's a lot of data to go through. So they're making sure that function is 100% correct before they launch it, because if that function isn't correct, that will be a disaster. That will be just such a nightmare.
Like we said on our last presentation, I'd rather wait a little while and let them work out all the bugs before we launch. That way, there's not as many problems. I mean, you just expect that at any program, whether it's a new program or an existing program that's going through some changes, or something where they're adding on, always expect delays. Just put that in your mind. If they say they're launching September 1st, wait till October 1st. Get your money and all that, get yourself ready by September 1st, but realize it may not happen until October 1st or November 1st. It's going to take them time. But I'm not worried about PHP. I know they're going to do their thing, and a year down the road, we'll all be happy that we spent our $50 or $100 or however many positions you may have bought. I got two. I got one in our team build, and then I got one to support the world's largest matrix. I said, okay, just throw me in there somewhere. So I got my two positions in there. I'm locked. I'm happy. I'm just going to wait for things to happen, because I have another web page where I specifically promote that, and half the ads go to me and half the ads go to the world's largest matrix, so I'm supporting both ends of the stick. That's just me.
Yeah, and that's great, and that is, that is another thing. These things do take time, but they're communicating, and that's great. That I think that's the best that they can do. And if it takes a few more weeks to get everything running as smoothly as possible, I'm fine with it. One other thing I do want to say, speaking of people helping people, and the world's largest matrix, is that I read an update from Richard, who's the helm of that. Now, if you're in our team, you're in the world's largest matrix. We are a sub team of that team. He's setting up a rotator system. He hasn't given the details of that, but from my understanding, and Donald, you can correct me, because like I said, he hasn't given any real details, but what he's doing is he's setting up a rotator for all of the active members, which is, the people that have joined and paid their, for their matrix position. He's adding them to a rotator so that when people sign up for people helping people through the world's largest matrix, that it rotates amongst the active members. Now, I don't know, Donald, did you get any additional information than that?
No, I have not, but I did hear that he is setting up a rotator for those who have upgraded. So hint, guys, upgrade.
Yeah. So that's in addition to what the company's doing, and that's in addition to what we're doing. Like I said, I recently ran an ad for people helping people insure ads, and I got my third referral. I was waiting until until the perfect storm launched, but I didn't want to wait anymore, so I started advertising again. So now every single person that comes in is spilling under somebody in my team. So that's in addition to what's going on in the world's largest matrix, and that's in addition to what's going on in the company advertising. So, progress is being made. It may not be necessarily the progress that we're hoping for as quickly as what we were hoping for, but it's definitely, it's very good. And I really like the fact that at least they're communicating with people. They do calls, like people helping people does calls like 4 or 5 times a week or something like that, to update people and to give people information. And I'm hopeful that in a couple of weeks this perfect storm thing will launch. And if not, in the meantime, I'm going to start advertising, because I want to start helping my downline get spillover. And I do have some banners. I also do some of my advertising for the main world's largest matrix team as well. I do promote that site, as part of my promotions, just to kind of give back, to help everybody in the team, not just our branch of the team, but that helps everyone. And like, Donald does that as well. So we really are team players to the best of our ability. But there's a lot of really super exciting things happening, and I can't wait to tell you guys some of the other news as soon as I can. Trust me, you guys will be the first peoples to know, because this will affect you. Well, it will affect you if you decide to participate. I'll say that.
One other thing about helping
else?
people I want to throw in before we change subjects. I can verify for you. They pay. I filled my first level, earned my $40. They were a little late in paying, but I fully understand them being late in paying, because they're doing all the, making the holding tank and getting things ready for that to happen. They were a little late, but I did get paid. They do pay, and it worked fine. Went right to my Bitcoin wallet and went right back into Optimal Bucks. So yes, they do pay. I will confirm that right here and now.
Awesome. Because I just requested my payout, so that should happen next week. Was it a week delay that you waited?
Yeah, there's a week delay. Do it before this Friday, and you're supposed to get paid the following Friday. In my case, I got paid that Monday. After that Friday, I should have been paid, but I fully understood, because they were talking about that's when they were testing the holding tank. So I figured there might be a delay, but it finally went through on that following Monday. So if you don't get paid that Friday, don't freak out. They will eventually pay you. You just got to take it into consideration. Yeah, they're doing all that other stuff, and they're testing all the systems. So, but yeah, they do pay.
Awesome. And I'll be doing basically the same thing that you're doing. I'll be putting that into optimal or scarlet or both. I might divide it, you know, however
However,
however I see fit.
yep, sure bit.
Okay, guys. Is there anything else we should touch on here?
Let's see
Um,
here. Let me look through the email. Was there anything you wanted to add about Sure ads? Or did you cover all that?
I think I covered all of it.
Okay.
Um, I think yeah, I think I've covered all of it that I want to on this because like I said, I have videos on my channel on it already. So if you want more information, and I just made a video that I haven't uploaded yet, which helps, which is really more for pro members, teaching them how to use it. But I really recommend that you join Sure Ads because you can do it for free and you can earn your upgrade for free. And I will be doing some sort of advertising for all of my upgraded members. It's not going to be something that's a regular basis, but I'm going to do some kind of a bonus. I'm thinking like, um, if you upgrade to the $5 level, I'll give you a week's worth of advertising. I'll advertise your link for a week, and the builder 1, 2 weeks, builder 2, 3 weeks, and builder 4, 4 weeks. Something as like a one-time bonus to help you out. Kind of a thing. I don't want to get too complicated into like another team build or something like that, but I am considering doing an ad co-op for people. It's like something super cheap, like $5 a month. You get into the co-op, something like that. But I am planning on putting out some paid advertisements for my paid members as a thank you. And even if you earned that upgrade and paid for, if you're a free member and you earn the upgrade, you're still going to get that advertising from me, just as a little thank you and something to hopefully help you out, help you grow that a little bit because you can get some pretty cool bonuses even from free members at Sure Ads. So that's basically it, I think.
Okay. Let's see. Did you cover everything you wanted to cover as far as the Vitae token? I think you covered most of that.
Yes.
And Mingle Cash. I think you covered all of that.
Yeah, I think
Yep.
that's about it.
Well, I just went through the email. That pretty much covers the subjects we wanted to cover, unless there's something else you want to add.
I think that's it. But I think next week, it'll be a good idea to do those the back office views of both Scarlet Clicks and Optimal Bucks to kind of go over the different features of each, so that people can get more information.
Yep.
But I mean, this is not like we don't do anything that you guys can't do. I don't mean that offensively. I just mean that like we're just getting this information from the website itself. So if if you don't want to wait until next week to get that information, just join for free and explore your back office, and you'll get all that information there. But we will walk you through it. We'll walk you through the processes in both of those websites to help you make things easier. Because I know that some people are audio visual learners, so they learn from hearing and seeing, as opposed to people that learn through linguistically, like through language, through reading. So I understand that, but there's all the information is available right now. If you have any questions, let us know. But we'll do that presentation next week, because if we were to do it right now, it probably would take another half hour to 45 minutes, and I think we've been on for 45 minutes or close to it at this point anyway. So I don't want to make this too long. And we've given you a lot of info, and we'll continue with that next week. And like I said, if you guys have any suggestions, especially about the CoinPressions 2 team or anything like that, please feel free to send us your suggestions, because we're working on our new strategy right now. So all reasonable suggestions will be considered. So please feel free to get in touch with us either through comments or you know how to get a hold of us. You can get a hold of us through messengers, through Donald through Facebook, me through email, or all of the messengers that I have, which is like I have way too many messaging apps. I have like WoW app, I have Skype, I have Discord, I have Telegram. I mean, if you can't get a hold of me, I don't know what to tell you, because I don't think I could join any more messaging apps right now.
You need to. I have an idea. We can make a ton of money. We need to come up with an app that converges all the other messenger apps into one. That way you can log into just this one account, and if someone contacts you via the WoW app, it shows up there. Or if they contact you via Facebook, it shows up there. That's an idea. We need to put that forth to somebody.
Yeah, that should be pretty easy. Just implement some API on the back end or something where the websites communicate with each other.
Yep.
Yeah. But then again, you'd have to deal with Skype, and that's pretty tricky. Skype is pretty buggy, guys. I know I say a lot of stuff about Skype. I use it a lot, but it's kind of frustrating sometimes. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We will be on next week at some point, unless there's life or hurricanes or something. Who knows?
Well, in my case, either work or the fact that I can't just get back home and I'm still stuck at my parents'. I mean, I'm tentatively looking to get home this weekend, but I don't know if I have power yet, and I don't know if I can physically get there. The roads may be washed out between here and there, and I might have to drive from South Carolina to Kentucky to Virginia to get back to North Carolina. Because somebody did say they found a safe route to get to Jacksonville, North Carolina, but they had to go all the way to Virginia to do it. So, hello, Victor. Sorry you came in on the tail end. We're getting ready to close out, but I'm glad you made it here. Please watch this video and you'll get all the information that you missed.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys hopefully next week, and obviously we'll give you updates if there are any updates on any of the things that we discussed. And we're chugging away, we're moving forward, and please let us know what else you would like us to talk about, because we're pretty open. So thank you guys very much, and we will see you next week.
All right, guys, have a good week.